Daniel, the January 6th committee has less than 3 months now to wrap up its research. Why do you think it hasn't made Ginny Thomas a bigger priority till now?
I mean, they have their reasons, clearly, and the scope of this investigation goes far beyond just a few people. But it is curious, and it's curious because it looks like after the Labor Day break, we are going to get a lot more of what we know about what happened on January 6th. Adam Kinzinger, a member of the panel, recently said as much. I think it's also extremely delicate to subpoena a spouse of a Supreme Court justice, and the committee, all of these investigators of all of the probes into President Trump right now are trying to avoid coming off as overly partisan or partisan at all. So on this point, with this particular witness, I think they are moving very cautiously because they don't want to seem like this is just some kind of vehicle for advancing an agenda against Trump.
And Joyce, speaking of witnesses, Pennsylvania's Republican candidate for governor, Doug Mastriano, is suing the January 6th committee to avoid testifying. What's your sense of how his lawsuit will play out?
It's always interesting when people who are subpoenaed to testify, whether in front of a grand jury or a congressional committee, try to avoid subpoenas for their testimony as fact witnesses, and particularly when these people are politicians. It seems to be really contrary to the oath that they take. You know, he would not be able to avoid a subpoena if he had been witness to a car crash or if he had observed a crime in progress. This is just fact witness testimony. There's no indication that he's been told that he's in any way under personal investigation for his conduct. And so one would hope that the courts would enforce any sort of a subpoena in this type of a setting.
And Daniel, January 6 hearings, of course, are expected to start up again this month. Any reporting on what they're likely to focus on and how that might play into the midterms?
I mean, much of it is going to be on the role that, or the possible role that law enforcement had in their response to the mob that eventually stormed the Capitol or not. And this is a point that has been of great contention for both President Trump and investigators. Trump likes to say that Nancy Pelosi, for some reason, did not thoroughly set up the Capitol for some kind of mob in advance. And we know that's just not true. But the larger question here is whether there was some kind of internal security breach. Beyond that, though, this committee, who you need to remember, is very, very good at laying out their findings in a dramatic way, and a way that really impacts how we view what happened on January 6th. So whatever they're going to present, it's going to be important.